Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing another segment of what they should do. Now, again, what they should do is a segment where I just kind of help companies out and give them advice on ways to improve. Now, this advice is not only from me, but just things I've observed and things I've gotten feedback from. I basically have done kind of the market research for the companies. And I do this simply because of the fact that I want these companies to improve. So what they should do today is going to be on HTC. Now, HTC has gone through a lot of differences over the past 2 years. They were the flagship of Android for a long time, and they're still one of the most beloved companies. Now, on the advice I have for them is kind of revamp and definitely retract what your CEO has said a little while back, and that is that customers prefer a thinner phone than battery life because that was idiotic. It was not correct. Customers right now are getting to the point where battery life is one of the key features that they want. Customers are pretty much getting sick of the fact that batteries on certain devices like the iPhone 5 and most of the HTC One series only last about 5 to 8 hours, whereas battery life on Motorola and Samsung devices are lasting about 8 to 12 hours. It's a big difference. And it's just really something that needs to be addressed from HTC. Their battery life is pretty much, as from what I've seen, their battery life is one of the worst on Android manufacturers. Now, I say this bluntly because I really like HTC. I think Sense is amazing and it has a lot of followers, and a lot of people prefer you in terms of interface over any other Android manufacturer. So that is one of my main parts of the device. Is first of all, I would always give the option for removable battery because obviously that has not gone that well, and it's what's crippled your One series so much, is that you don't have removable batteries, and customers want that. I mean, look what happened with things like the Thunderbolt or the One X, and they don't have the best battery life. Obviously, the Thunderbolt was an extreme, but they don't have the best battery life, and this has caused people to not only not like HTC, but not like Android. And this is one of the reasons why I want to give this advice to you is, I don't like people thinking that Android devices have a bad battery life because it's an HTC device. And that's one thing I've had to clarify for people time and time again because they think, oh, well, Apple has long battery life. No, no, it doesn't. But when they had an older HTC device that only lasted like 5 hours, well, then they think that. So, battery life is one thing you guys definitely need to improve on. Now, in terms of tablets, I know you guys are working on a tablet. So here's my advice. I do suggest you go for a 7-inch and a 9-inch tablet. And these are the reasons why. I think you guys would make a really good 7-inch tablet. I personally got the Flyer for my girlfriend at the time, and she loved it. She loved the Flyer. It looked amazing. It felt amazing. I loved the rubber sides at the end, as well as the brushed aluminum. I hated I'm not a fan of brushed aluminum. Many of my viewers know that. But I liked the grips on the side that I never really felt the aluminum because of that. And the aluminum did it because of this. The rubber sides actually made it so the Wi-Fi connection was actually pretty strong, stronger than like the Asus Infinities or most of the Acer Transformers have been that went to aluminum backing, even with the plastic at the top. So it really, I think you guys did well in terms of 7-inch. Where it really fell apart was you guys overpriced it, as we end up seeing, as well as you guys had an amazing idea with the pen, but didn't support it after that. And that was the main problem with the Flyer overall, was that it wasn't supported after it took forever to get ice cream sandwich on it, and at that point it was just too slow to even be mentioned as a 7-inch review. So the thing is, I would say if you're going to make a new note-taking tablet, to make the stylus built in. Don't make it a separate purchase. I would say make it built in, or even if you do make a separate purchase, make it able to fit in. You know, you can cover it up with a rubber section or something like that, and then you could take that rubber section off to put the pen in. So that is definitely my advice. And the other thing is make a 9-inch tablet that cuts the price down compared to other 10-inch tablets. First of all, 9-inch is a niche market that most people have not, no one has mastered yet. Now, Samsung was the first one to come out with it last year, and then what happened after that was uh, you know, Kindle Fire is now trying to do with their HTC series, and then Nook is also trying to copy it. But if you guys would make a tablet, you know, maybe like $50 more, so $349 would be this kind of price point, and really come out with it, I think you guys would do very well at that. And bring a different sense to a tablet. Do not copy and paste. Bring a different sense. You guys are really good at making an interface. You made an interface that a lot of people fell in love with, and a lot of people won't leave HTC devices because they love Sense. So make a different Sense for this tablet, and make it really different, and a lot of people will love it. But this is just my advice to you guys and everything like that. Please, if you do make these smaller devices, learn from Samsung in that making stereo speakers in the front is the best way to go. It's something that no 7-inch has done yet. So this would be my advice, is to make speakers in the front as well. And yeah, I think you guys can really get back to being one of the top players. But you guys have fallen off in the past years, and I mainly think it's been because of battery life. And you guys didn't take the 7-inch Nexus that was offered to you before it was offered to Asus. So I hope someone from HTC sees this and takes it to heart and takes it into consideration with the new devices that you guys will come out with. You know, I've already heard rumors about the 5-inch phablet you guys are coming out with, and again, the battery life is okay, but it could be better. So that's the main advice: is battery life better, and to get back into the tablet market, make sure you spend a good amount of time and make sure you do it correct price points. Pricing is definitely the main factor, I would say, when it comes to tablets, and you guys can make the interface to back it up. Alright, that is what they should do, HTC.